Hello students, this is the last part of sets and relations chapter where we are going to learn equivalent relation. A relation which is reflexive, symmetric and transitive is called an equivalence relation. Now suppose any term is given or any order pair is given, then if that order pair or that term is related to itself, then we call that as reflexive. And suppose A is related to B implies B is related to A, then we call that as symmetric. And about transitive, if A is related to B and B is related to C, which implies A is related to C, then we can say that the term is transitive. And if any term or any order pair is reflexive, symmetric and transitive, then it is called as equivalence relation. Now here we have one example. Let R be a relation on Q defined by R is set of all order pair A comma B where A, B belongs to Q, that is rational numbers, and A minus B belongs to Z. Now here Z is denoted the integers. Show that R is an equivalence relation. So we start with the given relation R. So R is equal to set of all order pair A comma B such that A, B belongs to Q and A minus B belongs to Z, means integer. Now as we consider only one term A belongs to Q, that is A belongs to rational number, then we can say that A minus A is equal to 0 and which is belongs to Z. We know that integers means all the numbers which we write on x-axis, that is middle one is 0 and left side numbers are negative and right side numbers are positive. So 0 is included in integers. So here we can say that A minus A is equal to 0 which is belongs to Z. Therefore the order pair A comma A belongs to R, and from this we can say that R is reflexive. Now second point, order pair A comma B belongs to R implies A minus B belongs to Z, because this is already given in the relation R, that is A minus B is an integer. As A minus B belongs to Z, we can say that order pair A minus B, that is term, is an integer. So we can consider minus sign also, because in integers negative terms are present, 0 is present as well as positive numbers are present. So we can say that this implies minus of A minus B is also an integer. So if we apply negative sign for this bracket, then that will be minus A plus B, that means B minus A. So from this term we can say that B minus A is an integer. Now since B minus A is an integer, we can say that order pair B comma A belongs to R. So we start with this A order pair A comma B belongs to R, and now we have order pair B comma A belongs to R. So we can say that R is symmetric. Now for the third point, order pair A comma B belongs to R, and we consider one more order pair, that is B comma C belongs to R. So now we have two terms, A minus B is an integer and B minus C is an integer. So this together we can say that order A minus B plus B minus C is an integer, because if A is integer and B is integer, then we can say that A plus B is also an integer. So if we simplify this, then we will get A minus B plus B minus C. So minus B plus B will get cancelled, and the remaining term, that is A minus C, is an integer. So from this statement, we can say that order pair A comma C belongs to R. So if we consider order pair A comma B belongs to R and order pair B comma C belongs to R, then we get order pair A comma C belongs to R. So from this statement we can say that R is transitive. So from 1, 2 and 3 we have R is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. So by using definition we can say that R is an equivalence relation. Now for this equivalence relation we have one more example here related to congruence modulo. So congruence modulo, let n be any positive integer. So A is congruent to B mod m, which implies that A minus B is divisible by m, and we can read this as A is congruent to B modulo m. For example, suppose we write 14 is congruent to 4 modulo 5, then we can say that 14 minus 4, that is equal to 10, is divisible by 5. Now here we have one example related to congruence modulo. R is set of all order pair A comma B, where AB belongs to Z and A is congruent to B modulo M. And we need to show that this is an equivalence relation. Now since A minus A is equal to 0 and we can say that 0 is divisible by M, so by using the definition of congruence modulo we can write this as A is congruent to A modulo M. So we can say that R is reflexive. Now if we consider A is congruent to B modulo M, that is A minus B is divisible by M, then B minus A is also divisible by M. And by using this B minus A is also divisible by M, we can write in the notation form as B congruent to A modulo M. So from these two we can say that R is symmetric. Now we require one more point for the transitivity. So if A is congruent to B modulo M and B is congruent to C modulo M, that is A minus B is divisible by M and B minus C is divisible by M, then this together we can say that A minus C, which we can write as A minus B plus B minus C, adding and subtracting B, and this separately we can write as A minus B plus B minus C, which is also divisible by M. Since we have this term divisible by M and this term divisible by M, we can say that this together is divisible by M, and therefore we can write A is congruent to C modulo M. So from this we can say that R is transitive. So from these 3 points we have R is reflexive, R is symmetric and R is transitive. So by definition of equivalence relation we can say that R is an equivalence relation. Now similarly we can use the same concept for the triangles also. Here we have one short proof for this. Show that the relation is congruent to on the set of all triangles in a plane is an equivalence relation. Now let capital S be the set of all triangles in a plane, then congruence relation on S is, for reflexive we can write as triangle is congruent to triangle for every triangle belongs to S, means set of all triangles in a plane. For symmetric we can say that if triangle 1 is congruent to triangle 2, implies triangle 2 is congruent to triangle 1 for all triangle 1 and triangle 2 belongs to S. Once again, the set of all triangles in a plane. And for transitivity, we can say that triangle 1 is congruent to triangle 2 and triangle 2 is congruent to triangle 3. Then triangle 1 is congruent to triangle 3. For all triangle 1, triangle 2 and triangle 3 belongs to S. So from these 3 points, reflexive, symmetric and transitive, we can say that R is an equivalence relation. And here our chapter sets and relations is over. From next lecture we will start with a new chapter. Thank you, students.